Hey everybody, Diamond Lou here. I want to welcome everybody back to my channel. This is going to be part 2 of the quick plug. In part 1, we did talk about the slats, how you plug the DB25 wire here and you break your Qs off and run your slats, and then there's ports here to where it looks like you could do the same thing. I did look into it. If you were to try to do that with this system, it would cost a ton of money with everything that you would have to buy. If you wanted to do the quick plugs, all right, with this system, they do some. It's like 25 bucks and you get all 18 Qs with a quick plug, and then you can use your DB25, and definitely that would be the way I would go. Now also I was looking at this and thinking, like, this is definitely pretty cool for a quick fast setup and breakdown, compared to here where you have the onboard Qs where you have to wire everything in. Let's talk really quick about a positive and negative. One of the negatives is with the quick plug, you're able to plug one wire in to each one. All right. With the old style, with the onboard Q, I could plug 10 wires into each Q, which you're not going to be able to do with this here. And I do that often, like with the Finale. Plug in, I have like numerous things wired in, you know what I mean? For just a basic show where I have one cake wired for each one, I would definitely go with this. But I'm not going to switch over all my modulars. I want to try to do half of them with the quick plug and keep half of them the old style. It's going to get expensive as far as doing wires, but I just think that'll work best for me. If you're not somebody that likes to plug in, like say like Q1, where I would have 3 cakes in Q1, 3 cakes in Q2, 3 cakes in Q3, so on and so forth. If that's not something that you want to do, and you want to just do one in each, this is ideal. But yeah, I'm gonna do both probably. But all right, we're not gonna talk about that anymore. This away. All right, now we're gonna get into this here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna plug a wire into here, and we're gonna plug in. I have 2 Q strips that we're gonna try 1 through 6, and we'll see what happens. All right, so give me a couple minutes, we'll get all set up here, and we'll see what we can do. All right, let's get set up here, man. All right, like I said, we have these small fountains. They don't make any noise, they're very silent, but they're super cheap, and they're easy to use when you're practicing and testing stuff here. All right, so now here, like I said, on Q1, we have this first fountain here. All right, and we're gonna follow this wire down. All right. Now Q1 on this one goes to this fountain, and then I plug the second wire into Q6. That's going to go to that fountain. All right, and then we're going to continue down. And this one here, again, Q1, we have this fountain here. So now there should be, on Q1 we should have 3 fountains, and then Q6 will be that other fountain. All right. All right, on the remote, for some reason, we have 6 wired in, and it's not showing here, and it is not showing on the modular, but 1 is showing. I think it's all 3, I hope. So I'm going to take that number 6, go back to the modular, and we'll plug it in somewhere around, you know, somewhere between 7 through 18, and we'll see if it comes up. So give me a second and we'll get together here. Okay, so now I switched it over in the box here to 13. It did come up. All right. So my question is this: if I take it out of 13 and I plug it in, say one of these 2 through 6, we'll see if it shows up again. If it doesn't show up, let's just take notice. I'm going to leave it in, and when I hit Q1, see if all of them 1 through 6 go off. I don't know. Well, like I said, we're all seeing what this does and doesn't do. So give me 1 second and we'll get back to this. Alright, so here, let's try this. We plug that back into 6. We're going to arm the system. Well, let's get back to channel 2. Okay, the system's armed. So now when we hit 1, let's see if all of them go off. Alright, nothing happened. Why?
Front row?
We got a red flashing light here on the remote, but nothing happened. Why?
Technical difficulties.
And number 6 I hit, which nothing happened again. Why? Alright, I'm going to go back to test on the remote. Let's go back over and we'll see. Alright, before you just seen our little technical difficulties where we went to fire it and nothing happened. We went over, we looked to see what the problem was. The modular was on test. I didn't click it over to ARM. That was my fault. So now, again, take 2. You ready? All 3 are on 1. They should all go off. Curious to see how come 6 isn't showing here, but that's the one, the second one in the middle. This is the second one in the back. Okay. So you ready? What's going on here? They're both coming up like they were fired already. There you go. All 3 just went. So only Q1 all the way across the board went off. Now Q6 isn't showing. Yeah, it was 3. Now I don't know why. So like when I plug in to separate this, does, I don't know. I don't know why Q6 isn't working. Alright, let's take a pause here. I'm going to go back. I'm going to unplug it from 6 and try maybe 1 through 5 and see if I can get something to show up. Alright, let's go over and see. Alright, so alright, so we'll bump this down to the bottom one. Disconnect this, move this up to here, shorten this. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. Alright, and this will be number 10. So, here, just hold this for a second. And, gonna get number 10. It's gonna go off. It's awful windy. Alright, let's get this cleaned up. I would say it worked, but I would say epic fail. I'm not really sure what's going on. Like I said, in part 1 where, you know, we're all going to learn. If you know what I'm doing wrong, let me know. If worst case scenario, I'm going to end up calling Scott, or Scott or Zach from Cobra and see. Not really sure. So, like, we plug this in to 1 or 1 through 6. I thought it would work that way, where I can plug things in 1 through 6, and it doesn't seem to work that way. I did have Q1, and Q1, and that did work. Alright, but I had 6. I had one of them little fountains in 6, and it didn't show. and it wouldn't fire. I tried it in 1, I tried it in 3, 4, and 5. Same thing, would not work. Then when I bumped the wire down to this one, which would be 7 through 12, we had it in 10 and it actually fired. So when you plug the wire into here, does that mean you only have 1 Q and that's it? I'm not really sure. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what happened or what went wrong or what's going on with it, but the bottom line is we're going to get figured out one way or another. I want to thank everybody for watching, and hey, you know what? I'll catch you in the next video. All right, thanks.